Hey YouTube, Wolf Pilot checking in. I'm out of Fox 69. Today is Saturday, May the 14th. And I'm still working on 4-4 Tango. So, it's kind of one of those deals where I have a real job and can't be here every single day to work on the airplane, which kind of sucks. And this week has been just really just unbelievably hot. So anyway, we are ready to mount an alternator, and see, Steve has already built a arrangement here to allow the new plane power regulator to sit on the firewall. I need to get a standoff here to make that work right. Really wasn't quite the way I was going to do it, but I think the way Bill Goebel did it, and that way's probably correct. When we do the alternator install, I'm going to have to run some wire because the current wiring is just woefully lengthwise. It's just not going to work. This wire here originally went to the voltage regulator, and then we've got some wiring here for, I believe it was the field. One of these, I'll probably repurpose one of these wires for the enable. That's how you turn the alternator on and off. But as part of this project, is the rabbit hole just grows deeper and deeper. I need to come here this morning. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and yank both seats so I can get the room I need to get on here. I need to remove the bracket for the nav-o-matic wing leveler, which tries to work but just fails. Now, to remove the seats out of a Cessna 172, maybe this is probably common across 50s, 52s, 170s, 72s, 180s, 182s, whatever. Here on the track, let me see if I can get a close-up of this. You've got basically just a little piece of metal held in by a screw right here. And what you do, just take this little screw out. Come on, bastard. Tech tip: put your screw back in your little holder piece of metal. Don't keep them separate. That way, if they get lost, they get lost together. All right, I'm gonna set that on the back seat for just a minute, where it's sure to get lost. So this side here, track just ends, but over here you can see what I'm talking about. This is the gap where the back wheels can lift out. Once you have the back of the chair clear of the tracks, you slide the rest of the chair, you come up here, you got those, lift the front wheels out, and your seat is out. So I'm gonna take my screwdriver and this little piece of metal, which is just kind of Mickey Mouse if you ask me. We're gonna take Mr. Mickey Mouse piece of metal. He's going right there in the holder. Steve and I are both well versed in what Mickey Mouse metal looks like. This guy out. Take Mr. Fire Extinguisher, get him out of the way. Actually, I need to order a correct fire extinguisher, Halon, because if you squirt that one, there's gonna be powder and crap everywhere, and you really are grounded, versus having wire, a little clip goes there. Yeah, you have the white powder everywhere versus having nothing, and you just have some burned wires, and you're somewhere at some foreign airport. Figure out what the hell went wrong. You can replace some wiring, get your returned to service, good to go. All right, so slide this back, and you'll notice. Let's see. There. Really could. Actually, that was. Let's do this. see where, just rinse, refill, repeat. See how the stuff works in the tracks over here. Just go back to the notch, tilt up, and take the chair, slide the chair forward, and out she comes. And the improvements that I made, hanger, is I purchased one of these moving blankets. It's clearly in childproof wrapping. The idea behind Mr. Moving Blanket gives you something to lay on while working in aircraft. And actually, this is a small one. I should probably have gotten a bigger one. Oh, must have been partying. All right, so next thing I need to do, Phillips head screws to make that bracket come off. Be cool to get rid of the vacuum system. Crap like this is gonna go away. I'm gonna figure out. And this strainer drain, that's an upgrade we've already done. That's, I don't know, Cessna is really stupid with that. The strainer drain, you pull the drain in the cockpit, you have no idea if it's actually draining, and you also have no idea if there's any water in your friggin' fuel. How stupid. All new Cessnas, they have a standard, and I'm sure you guys have seen them before. You know, you have your standard drain here to use your little tube, or your whatever that thing is that Brian Turner drinks out of, to collect the fuel, and you hold it up to sunlight, make sure there's no water in it. So this is an STC right here, and the other one was kind of leaking anyway. So that wow, that just went right on there. That's freaking beautiful. So now with the cowl flaps open, you can get a fuel sample. I think if it's sucker's not hanging down too, no, it should be fine. See, it's hanging down too low, but all right. So next thing is Phillips head screwdriver, and make that bracket come out. And then we'll put it back on old Nav-O-Matic, which is going to the Smithsonian. Good times. See, then I gotta figure out wiring for the alternator too. So won't bore you. Here we go. So Steve and I have discovered another small problem while installing this guy right here. Get it out of the picture. This is the tachometer drive. This one bottom stud, couldn't tighten it, couldn't bring it up to torque spec. It was just not refusing, it was acting like it was stripped, and
it was
sure as pig snot. So here's the stud. I already scraped out, pulled all the aluminum out of threads. The stud is fine, I think, but pulled the aluminum out. What are you trying to do?
Get the gasket off without tearing it out.
Oh, see.
Let me get my little knife.
Put all that awesome schmoo on there. Yep. Lots and lots of awesome schmoo. We love schmoo. See something here? I might. This is the wire that goes to the starter. It's kind of crusty. I know one thing for sure. When we come to an airplanes and coffee, I don't want to be Mr. Corroded Battery Terminal guy. We already had one of those. So anyhow, I pulled a fresh 8-gauge wire through the firewall. It's going to go to the back of the alternator eventually. Figure out what we're doing.
I'm going to put it on a little
should be an under
thin putty knife.
Is that cutting tools?
No, the little painters.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah, this thing.
That's not really a cutting knife. That's actually, I think, a cake decorator's blade.
It's a painter for a pallet.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Looks like something I'd get it, you know, for cooking. It's a cooking utensil.
It's a great item. Gotta get that gasket. I don't have another one. I have to go buy another gasket if I gotta tear this one up.
I'll do that.
Is it loose at the bottom?
It's hanging on this. There we go. Easy, easy. There you go. It's yours. Gasket off, gasket saved. And that shmoo you put on, that stuff never hardens. It just stays tacky as hell. All right, well, we're working on this. We gotta, obviously that hole has to be repaired. It's not gonna work as is. So helicoil kit. So this is something you're gonna have to order? Or do you have some floating around?
No, it seems like last time I bought them, I bought it at just one of the hardware stores.
Oh, down the road at Ace?
Yeah, I have a helicoil kit, but I'm afraid that I actually put in that auxiliary case years ago because one of them was stripped out. And where did I see it? I just saw it the other day. Oh, it's at home in that drawer. So let's see.
Well, that usually is a sign that we need to go eat lunch. Today, Steve and I are wrapping up. Sun's setting. We're well past the evacuation line, but with the sun screen here, it's not horrible. We ran into a snag on the accessory cover trying to put on the tachometer drive, and one of the studs literally was pulling out of the case and stripping the case material. It's made of magnesium, so we had to go and get a helicoil kit to fix that. So that's setting now with Loctite. Hopefully we'll be able to set that thing and torque it up maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Today I've been busy doing a little bit of wiring. I'm pulling a new wire from the alternator that's going to come inside and land on the alternator circuit breaker. Let's see, what else are we doing here? I got wire cleanup on. There's just random crap zip tied underneath the dash. It's terrible. I know I've got to place an order for some more parts. It probably won't be here till next week. Let's see. Everything in aviation just takes a heck of a lot of time. I'm hot, I'm tired, I'm ready to go home and veg out and whatever. So didn't really make a heck of a lot of progress. We hit some roadblocks, and I'm sitting here trying to pin out the connector for the alternator, and that's kind of a pain in the ass. And they didn't give enough. They should have thrown in 4 or 5 extra pins in case you screw up the first 2. And I'll make it work. Too many years in ham radio to not be able to do a stupid Molex pin. Anyway, that's a wrap for today. I'll blast this out there, and we're still chugging forward. We're gonna get her back up in the air, come hell or high water. Everybody fly safe and avoid the FSDO. Deuces. Just a quick after show shot here. We're sporting. I'll probably wear mine tomorrow. Thanks, Bill, for the shirts, man.
Yeah, cool.
We're official hanger rats, except we're ratting out at Fox 69. And as soon as we get this plane going, we're going to come out and rat over at Tango 58 Tango. We'll see you. Hey, folks, it's Sunday, 15th, and I'm back in the hangar with Steve, sporting my super duper bitchin' hanger rats shirt today. But I got here a little bit late. It's been kind of a real relaxing Sunday for me anyway, and Steve's got here a little while ago, and we're making progress. There's the tachometer gear. It's back on.
So this is the way we think we want to mount this sort of fast.
So with the studs straight up?
No, I don't know. We're going to have to play it. I think Bill said it has to go. Let me get this out of the way.
Well, I mean, so we going up with this thing, or?
I'm just trying to get it.
Because right now it's kind of, so we got.
Okay, that's all I want to do right there.
Okay.
So, oh, yeah. I'll drop it in this hole later. I don't think it's going to be easy no matter what it is. Okay.
Are you kidding me? That's easy peasy.
No. Where's the stud over there? Is it right there?
Oh, you tell me. If
No,
wire
I think
up.
we need to come one more this way.
So it's more. I mean,
we're either going to have to do this, which has got it pointing down.
I say we do stud up, terminal up on that.
Wait, are we on that stud right there?
Okay, right.
Okay, I don't
there.
want to go all the way down because I got a gasket on and it'll
Okay.
stick. We could do it there and come over here and look and see what you think.
Because then you got your. Where's the other? The other plug is back here, right?
Yeah, but look at this plug. It's pretty accessible.
Well, I mean that's accessible. I mean,
I think that's good.
so but I guess thinking ahead, so we're gonna have a magneto over here too, and as far as
So you can reach under the magneto, but if I pull that thing up, then you're not going to be able to get around the magneto.
so the magneto will be sticking out to here, and that stud may interfere if it's pointed up. Then there's, I guess.
Yeah, it won't interfere, but it'll be
It'll be a bitch to get to.
Right.
Then let's go like that. I mean, I mean, realistically, it doesn't, 6 to half one does in the other, but that's where it needs to be. So let me grab you some nuts.
No, I got them. I got them all lined up.
Oh,
over
I
here.
thought you had-
I'm gonna put new ones on.
Oh, not the ones that came with? I'm sorry?
I'm gonna take it off.
Why?
I'm gonna check the hole and make sure there isn't a rag in it. Because it seems like I stuffed a rag in somewhere when I did that, and I want to make sure I didn't stick it in there.
Okay.
It would be bad news if I did, right? What do you think?
I don't see where a rag could even go.
Okay,
I'm absolutely sure I don't feel anything, and I don't. It's totally clear.
here you go. And now let me get this on here.
It turned.
Roll it a little bit. Ow.
There we go.
Roll it the other way.
So
Here,
we're
I'll hold it and you get yours on.
So we do flat washer, lock washer, nut.
Correct. Flat washer to get clamping power and lock washer to lock the nut.
And the little, see, does this one have the raised?
Yeah, they're new. I don't really see a raise on these. Yeah, there's not. There's
Kind of. Yes, there is.
There is on this one here, but there's not on this one here. So
Yep.
I think it's just. I'm not sure cadmium plating's any better than what's the silver stuff? That's
Nickel,
chrome. What is
Chrome.
What is it? Nickel or chrome?
probably chrome, or it could be either. All right, mine's finger tight.
You gonna need another one? Here's another set. Wow. Wow.
What?
There's cake grease in here. See, here's another place where I'm thinking about putting an O-ring. If I put an O-ring right here, I don't think that'll hold.
Oh, on the between the ferrule and the actual,
Yeah,
I guess the.
not in there, and in here. I don't think there's enough gripping surface. Not much in there at all.
Well, there isn't. You'd have to have a very specific O-ring to
do any good.
do any good on that.
This one I can get on this clamp, pull it tightened, and then lock it here.
Right.
So that now that one's bottomed out right now, and this right here, this screw is kind of worthless. I'm not sure what it's for, frankly. See this thing, how does it, oh, it rotates here. So we can't use it, this thing can't bind up. See how it's spinning in there?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be spinning if you tightened up that screw. That screw pinches that, closes the gap, which is supposed to freeze that thing into position.
Well, if it is, then here's the way it's going to have to be. Once you walk over on that side, so that's the way it's going to be. So we could put it like that. Can you get to the screw? That tightening screw?
Which tightening of the for the clamp?
No, yeah, no. This that keeps it from.
No, that's
rotating.
pointed to you. That's on your side.
Yeah, I can get to it then. Okay. Well, then we can tighten it down once we get it in position. But we're going to have to take this thing off. Okay. I got to hold it on here. Let's see if I can. Can you turn it? Probably can't turn it, can you?
I can't.
Can you get it to move? If you just get started, stop.
Yeah, it started.
Yeah, because I want to put Loctite on it.
Okay, it started.
Yeah, okay. That's like putting that other stuff on you were talking about. It's just kind of like Teflon, isn't it? I've never used this semi-rigid stuff. I mean, I bought it, but I never used it. Let me put some on the bottom.
Fingers. Son of a bitch, why won't it go in?
It's just not lined up yet.
Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, ho, hey, oh. Where there's J, there's a way.
That's right. Now see the angle it's going to have to sit at?
Yep.
Can you?
So, there we go, now I've threaded. All right, that's threaded.
Okay, now let's, I guess we ought to tighten her up.
All right, so 9% camera left on our battery.
You're tightening that guy against an O-ring. That's probably good enough.
All right, that's...
Now try this one.
That's tight. Now,
Okay, now-
that's when we need the Phillips to tighten that up.
It's right there on the table. I left it right. I just can't remember whether it... Oh, yeah, the P-lead was down, remember?
Well, they're identical, so who cares?
Well, I know, but on this side, it was in kind of like this. Let me see. Okay, I can see what's going to have to happen. This thing is going to have to be moved way up. There. Now, it'll go in, see?
Okay.
And remember, this was like this.
Yep. Everything was pointed more up.
Yeah, and what we're going to have to do is fish it in once we put the pin in the back of the mag. So it'll go in like this. So that's where it's got to be to clear it.
Well, like I said, the tack cables, it moves. You know, I had it tightened.
I know, I just pulled it up.
Well, I know that it moves. I don't think there's any way to lock it where it's not going to move. I don't think that's even a realistic possibility.
Some bitches are heavy. There. See?
Yep.
So it's going to have this kind of movement. So it's good. That's great.
So
That's going to work. So now let me try to safety.
got it.
Find some way to safety.
Yeah, and a piece of safety wire or misplaced wire nut. All right, fade back in here. So this is totally overkill. So we got this hose clamp is here to prevent this ferrule from turning, and same down here. So we've safety wired those.
Right. I would have used that thick of safety wire, and it would just have been a nightmare overkill. But I used a little bit thinner safety wire than I would have used normal.
All right, so If you're satisfied with that, I mean, I think the left mag should go on first.
Well, I want to, what time do you got?
I got my clock says, oh, it's time to put the left mag on. That's what it says.
No, it's time to get the number one cylinder.
Well, that'd be a good start.
I think we're going to defer the mags until later in the week because I don't want to do it when we're tired.
Well,
And I know you're not tired.
I'm not tired. And Amir's coming. He's not tired.
Where's he?
On his way. Oh, he does have a mute button. I know how to shut him up. So we need to get for proper accountability here. We're going to get to the top dead center of number one. If we did this under heat and under stress at Rockwall Airport, in a hangar with a flushing toilet, running water, I don't have the music turned up, but we could do that. Maybe put on some really nice easy jazz or something. So, all right, so folks, let's set this thing up. All CFIs, A&Ps should know this. Yeah, all the green
Get the
points are
number
out.
one cylinder, and then you get that reading, and then you cut it in half, and then you take it back to 0, and then you add 135 degrees to it, and then you cut it half again. It's just a nightmare trying to
So
set the timing.
I, Wolf Pilot, predict with the propeller in this orientation, we are almost dead dick on where we need to be.
We'll find out.
Because every other time we've done it before, I am on the compression stroke on number one. And the way you do that is you take this thing called a thumb, right? And you take your thumb and you put it over the hole until you feel your thumb being spit out. That's compression stroke. And the prop always ends up like this, kind of 2 o'clock or within a few degrees. So we will confirm this. This will be a GO300 learning moment. I need to get some Rode wireless mics too. I guess once I get to a couple thousand subscribers, I can afford to do things like get Rode microphones.
Get over here and start looking.
Okay, so.
The TC means top center.
Okay, I see one blue mark.
Now the blue mark is not the real mark. The real mark is a score.
Okay.
But I'm looking now.
Are you looking for the score?
I'm looking for 28 degrees. There it's coming. And I'm looking for, see the itch there a little bit? See the 28? You can see a 2.
Uh-huh.
I think that's the line. I'm bumping it right now. Taking the free play out. Let's see, I want to go backwards before, and then I want to take out this, see the little play right here?
Uh-huh.
I want to take that slack out. So I'm going to bump it back. To my eyes, I'm on line. What do you think? See, it's just a real fine groove, little line across there where that 2 is. See it?
Okay, I see the line, but the tip of the needle is not on the line. It's below it. By just a whisker, but it's below it.
Okay. Which way you want me to go?
Okay, that's good. Keep going, the little whisker.
Wait. I'm going the wrong way?
No, I think you're fine. Okay, it's on it. It's on it. Dead on it. Right now.
Okay.
All right.
So
Now, I know you guys at home won't be able to see that.
well, they might be able to.
I mean, that's just, I mean, you can't even, I mean, it's just ever so fine of a little, just a scratch. and there's a kind of a brown line in there, but you don't want to get confused on that. You gotta.
Here's what is. See the top center mark? We saw the TC, and see the mark down there?
Okay, yep.
Okay, now when we're 28 degrees before top dead center, remember you saw the 2.8? And there's the line. See it? It's just a hair.
I mean, it is a hair, absolutely.
See, that needle's just maybe a hair off of it.
And
see, right, if you look real close right here, this, incidentally for your watchers, this is the nose of the crankshaft, and the crankshaft is down here. It drives through a gear that drives the prop this direction. So the crank turns counterclockwise, so the prop turns clockwise. But see the tattoo 28 right there?
Yes, sir.
And it's B before top center, and there's the line. So that's what we did. We just timed onto the line.
All right, so now we need to grab a magneto.
So we're on number 1.
28.
28 degrees before top dead center.
And look where the prop is, right?
And the mag should fire at that spot.
Okay. Mr. Amir.
How are you doing?
Oh. The alternator has to have a breaker, and the AV30s have to have breakers.
Which is a good thing, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
You know, we got rid of all those fuses that overheated on you.
Like the one
They're
that
gone.
burned out
We're
while we were
all
flying.
breakers now, and we got a 50 amp alternator. I mean, this is
Perfect.
this is
This plane is completely
up to date. Kansas, everything's up to date in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Back this
So
up.
what's the furthest airport you go to? You go to Atlanta. That's a long way.
DC.
DC.
I've been to DC so many times already.
Which one? Dallas?
Washington.
National.
DCA. National.
Okay.
Ooh, I wonder if you met Stella.
That's the famous
That's the one
freezing over the bridge and into the water.
I hate doing that. You're literally squeezing by the prohibited area with the White House and everything.
Yeah.
You can't go an inch over.
All right,
If you
folks,
lose an
we're having
engine,
a
you gotta go
problem
somewhere else.
getting this
In
bastard.
Washington, D.C., if you lose that engine, you can't land.
You got to fly down the river, right,
Yeah.
and then turn right over the
Yes.
bridge or something like
It's
that.
runway 19. So you come over the river and then you turn southbound.
Now, is that an approved instrument approach?
It's yes, so it's called a LDA. Have you heard?
LVA. It's like the old LDA.
Yeah, so you break out last second and you turn final. It's like a circling approach. It's really like sketchy if you're coming from the north. But
Oh, you want to back it out?
So I just need to wiggle.
Once you reach from the other side. Oh, and no,
This one block is not going on there.
I know. It just needs to come back a little bit. Now it ought to go on.
What the hell?
Okay. Now try it.
What the hell with this?
Oh wait, I got to loosen this a little bit more.
Yeah, I backed it off quite a few turns.
Yeah, you did.
But still, why is this one block being the dickhead? Maybe
Because it has to go over this lump right here. Here, I'll pull it out. There, now try it.
No. It's not wanting to. I mean, this one I had to kind of go in at some sort of angle.
Okay. Try it now.
Bitch, why is this thing fighting me so bad? Do I need to take this one off and do that one first? And then that way I have easier access to this one?
It might be.
You know what? Let's just
go all the way back here. Let me, before you take it off.
All right, here a sec. I think
try it now.
Jackhole. The hell? I don't understand why this thing is. Oh, there it goes. All right, we're good.
You had it rotated just a little bit too much.
All right, let's get this guy on here. All right, cool. You can let go.
Oh boy.
Let me scooch in here. I'll throw these last pieces of hardware on.
the 9,
Yeah.
that made it mandatory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody has to be 1500, which is a good rule. It really makes it safe.
Okay, Jay. I hope the battery's not dead.
It's not. If it's a 9-volt, I got more. And if not, I'll go across the street and buy one. All right, so we'll do
On
that.
Sunday? Yeah.
It's Home Depot.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Home Depot sells
They are
batteries.
open, yeah.
So the left mag is on the pilot side. Left mag. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll back up.
They're on right now.
They're off.
Yep.
They're back on.
Yeah.
They're dead-eye dick,
Yeah.
Steve.
Right
They're
on.
Dead-eye dick.
Okay, let me look in here and see where they came on.
See, Steve and I have done this so many times, it's becoming...
It's easy.
Hey, what do you want to do? Let's go wash the airplane, retime the magnetos, you know, check the tire
my
pressure.
I remember we had to put that spinner on there with the angle thing with the degree we got from
Look at that,
John.
it's on the line. What do you think? Amir, can you see it?
Oh, yeah, it's dead. It is
Yeah.
dead
See,
eye.
there's a real small, skinny little
I
line.
mean, it is the size of a human
yeah.
hair that goes across there.
That's the
It's right on.
That's the nose
Yeah.
of the crankshaft.
It is dead eye on there.
Because you know, if you remember, Amir, this one, the crank turns counterclockwise,
Yeah.
and so it goes through the gear to turn the clock clockwise.
Alternator's on, magnetos are on.
And they're
We're just,
timed, theoretically.
and they are timed perfectly.
Right.
They're absolutely perfect. Folks, this is really, really exciting to get. I mean, this is major to get all these big parts put on the plane. As soon as we get the magnetos torqued down, the next thing to install will be the spark plugs, and the engine will be, for all practical purposes, sealed. Momentous development today, folks, this Sunday afternoon. I think after this is over, we're gonna have to go to B-dubs and have wings and beer. Wings and beer. Beer and wings.
Changed it because
That looks so cool.
it will let
No
gas
action
out.
shots on this, folks.
In other
but
words, before, remember you
Wires
had to
are
pull
on the
little
magnetos.
square in the cockpit, and
getting
you dumped
real,
it out.
folks,
Well, you
getting
never
real.
could see it. Now you can put a cup under it and you get a sample.
Oh, like the Pipers.
Yeah, so we changed it. I just pulled the other one off. Here's the other one right here, actually. See this
Okay.
pipe? See this line right here?
Yeah.
That's the line you used to actuate it. I just tied it off to the side. Took it off. Took it away.
Steve, are we ready to throw some spark plugs in the top of this thing?
Yeah, right now, I gotta get on this thing.
All right, we're wrapping up here. The sun is setting rapidly here at Fox 69. All of us are thinking about a beer and a bunch of hot wings, because that's what's coming up here shortly. The engine, folks, cutting in here did after a fade. We're sealed. All spark plugs in. All spark plugs torqued. I'm tightening up spark plug wires now. Steve had to make a quick little
Just a brace.
kind of a brace, got omitted, left out, we put on the case.
It just has to be put on.
So we're doing that. So I come over here, and is there a torque value for the spark plugs?
Sure, 28.
Oh, not for the spark plugs, for the spark plug wires.
Yeah,
So-
there is, but just snug them.
I just, yeah, it just feels right.
You can go and crow's foot them if you want.
No, we're not gonna get that stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I've developed a way of testing with my super sensitive Wolf Pilot hand, soon to be a AMP certified hand, that when I'm approaching a good torque value, because I can remember what it felt like to take them off. So the last little bit here, I'm going for some hot wings,
Some beer.
some beer, a nice big tall shiner. That's good. Remember, I'm not holding the wings on, I'm just trying to hold the spark plug wires tight. And these things would really have to vibrate a hell of a lot to come disconnected. Now, you wouldn't want that to happen during flight, of course, but
This runs about 1,450, right?
guys, we're gonna go ahead and sign this one out for today. We're done working. I'm gonna wash my paws.
Right. AMF.
We're out of here, guys. Blue skies, and we'll see you on the next one.